Game Face Ohio's High School Hoops is brought to you by TSC, Greavy Sales and Service, Premier Event Concepts, Owen Kitchen and Bath, Tailgaters, Stolly Insurance, Amy Holgreve Photography, Jowert and Burton Attorneys at Law, Walmart of Wapakoneta, Stroh Johnson, G.A. Windsor & Son, and the Lima Elks.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Memorial High School here in St. Mary's, Ohio, where tonight a rivalry renewed between the St. Mary's Rough Riders and the Wapakoneta Redskins on the Greg Roberts side. And a WBL matchup here tonight between two teams that each have one win inside their conference. Wapakoneta Redskins come in 4-10 and inside the WBL, coming off a 50-overtime loss versus Minster. The St. Mary's Rough Riders on the other side, 5-9. They have lost 5 of the last 6 ball games, despite coming in 10 3-pointers against the Bulldogs. It was the first time St. Mary's scored 70 points in a game and lost since losing to this Wapakoneta High School back in January of 2010 by a final score of 80-77. We welcome you to the Tailgaters pregame show, and represented well here tonight.
Not tonight. WBL Friday night.
Let's take a look at the game as we get set for the opening tip here. And for the Redskins, these are the Greavy Sales and Service keys to the game. What do you see for the Redskins tonight?
Well, I think they're going to be able to eliminate Meyer.
Keys to the game for all your automotive needs at Walmart. This is Greavy Sales and Service. And looks like we're ready for the opening tip. Come down to Walmart. This is the game as we go along.
That's pretty simple.
Let's quickly take a look at the starting lineup for the Wapakoneta Redskins. And there you can look at the lineup. What do you see that stands out here?
For the Redskins, look for Buzzer. He got off a good shot to have a good game against a smaller lineup at St. Mary's. And I think Alex Greavy's going to come out tonight. The key for him is to get himself involved in their offense.
Free ball off the mark for Austin James. And he's the guy that is replacing Meyer in the lineup for St. Mary's, and he's an outside threat. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the St. Mary's Rough Riders as Wapakoneta brings the ball down court. Free ball on the way for Walpart. Off the mark, but they get their own board.
Travis Bertram with a good rebound there offensively.
Walpart will reset. We'll try and get a look at that St. Mary's starting lineup as we go along here. And the turnaround up and good. Jake Buzzard off to a good start.
Yeah, there's nobody size-wise out there for St. Mary's that can keep Jake from doing that.
St. Mary's obviously going to have to change their game a little bit without their big man inside. And here is a look at the St. Mary's starting lineup. You see Austin James in there replacing Meyer.
Yeah, they're hoping Austin can do the best he can defensively, but they can't expect him to replace Meyer offensively. So that means that Fletterjohn and Manning are going to have to step up tonight.
And Wapak shooting from the outside again. That one no good, and a whistle and a foul after the play. Now you drop Meyer out of that lineup, that takes 16 points on average out of the lineup, and not to mention the 7 boards that he averages a ball game as well.
Exactly, plus all the attention he gets defensively that Wapak don't have to worry about tonight.
St. Mary's will bring it up court. Fletterjohn. He can anticipate seeing more attention from the defense as well.
Wapak in a switching man-to-man defense with good help side defense so far.
St. Mary's still trying to figure out what they're going to do offensively. That ball loose, and it comes up in the hands of Wapak. And then takeaway underneath.
Good defensive play by St. Mary's there, stepping in the passing lane.
Fletterjohn's three-point attempt, no good. That was a long-distance three. And at the opposite end, 3-ball up and good for Jake Buzzard, who has all 8 points for Wapak so far.
Right, that Coach Hagemeyer said he wanted to try to keep them from scoring inside, and he has done that so far, but
if they're dropping
how's that working out for him?
Yeah, right. St. Mary's trying to answer that ball off the mark, but it will go out of bounds off of Wapak, so back to St. Mary's. And Wapak with an early sub here. Adam Henderson coming into the ball game.
Adam Henderson moved up from the JV squad, just a freshman.
He is a 5'11 freshman. A shot blocked, but St. Mary's will get on the board with the putback.
Good effort there offensively on that rebound.
Certainly Wapak has looked comfortable so far.
St. Mary switched to a little bit of different defense. Went from a 3-2 to a 2-3. Try to get out to Buzzard in the corner a little bit.
Henderson gets the board and draws the foul. And now substitution for the Rough Riders. Coming into the ball game. 32, oh, here he is, Seth Fitzgerald. Again, a long ball for the Redskins, and this time Fletterjohn comes down with it.
I think Wapakoneta needs to be a little more patient offensively. They work the ball around. I think they can take advantage of that zone for a real good shot. They just been letting her fly. Fortunately, though, 2 of them went in.
Rough Riders still looking for a offensive opportunity, and Dan Hagemeyer is going to take a timeout. We'll take a break as well. 8-2 Wapak on the road and in the lead. You're watching high school basketball at Game Face Ohio.
Tailgaters Drive-Thru, located just south of Lincoln Avenue on Defiance Street, has the best pizza in Wapakoneta. Tailgaters Drive-Thru is hot food, cold drinks. Tailgaters Drive-Thru on Defiance Street. We've got what you're looking for.
on the front end of that scoreboard here in St. Mary's. And Rick, as you, from the coach's seat, you lose the guy that is kind of the anchor of your offense. And we don't know at what point during the week he knew that, but how quickly can you make an adjustment to that offensively?
Well, you can't do a lot of, you don't have the time to do a lot, Justin. So you want to just stay with what the kids feel comfortable with. Yet, offensively, everybody else has to pick it up. You know, if everybody else on the team could score 2 or 3 more points each, then you got the point spread covered. It's what they lose defensively, it's going to be hard to recover because DJ is an excellent rebounder. JD Meyer, excellent rebounder, and they'll probably miss that more than anything.
And the rebound here comes down to Wapak. St. Mary's has struggled to get things going from outside the arc as well. And Wapak with an early edge that way. Flutterjohn to the opposite end, off the glass high, and he gets it to fall in.
That's what they want to do. They want to beat them back down the floor before the big guys get down there, and then the guards can get them shots off like that. Garrett Flutterjohn, one of the best guards in the WVL.
He had 4 3-pointers in the loss to Defiance. There's a floater on the baseline, and Andy Fowler gets that one to fall in. And Flutterjohn comes into this ball game averaging nearly 14 points a game. He has it.
St. Mary's in their little flex offense that Dan Hagemeyer's always ran. You get that shot right there a lot off of that offense. St. Mary's not shooting the ball real well. That was one of the keys for Coach Hagemeyer was his perimeter shooting. He says if we can hit those shots out there, we'll be able to stay with them.
Early on, they have not been able to find the range from the outside. But they have not stopped shooting it. Fitzgerald with the putback can't get it to go, and it will go over to Wapak. Bertram floats one up there. It's no good. And Fitzgerald there with the board.
Good rebound there. 2 big fellas that St. Mary's have in there. The 2 wide bodies, we'll call them. Doing a pretty good job defensively so far.
And Elstoff, one of those guys that you're talking about, has his shot blocked underneath. It'll go out of bounds and go over to Wapak. Elstoff listed at 6'2", and Fitzgerald also at 6'2". What they don't have that Meyer gives you is that agility. He's definitely an agile big guy.
Right. And with Wapak's size, they're able to eliminate totally those 2 guys inside offensively.
Nice pass to the baseline and then to the outside, and a 3-ball up and good for Alex Greavy. Under a minute to play here in the first quarter. And Flutterjohn tries the 3, and he gets it to fall.
Off the flex, getting that screen set. One thing those 2 big kids from St. Mary's can do is set good screens. And that's an advantage, maybe that where the Meyer boys are more looking to score. Those 2 guys just go out and set screens for the shooters. That's going to help St. Mary's down the road here in a little while.
Well, if they can get Flutterjohn heated up from the outside, that'll make a big difference for them offensively. Here's a foul on Elstoff. Is that shot by Adam Henderson in desperation falls in.
Yeah, Adam got a little off balance there. Maybe he got a little shove. There was no call at that time, but on the shot, he was able to get it up on the rim and have it fall in. He's got a chance for a conventional 3-point play.
Austin James will check back in as Elstoff sits down. And the foul shot is no good. Wapak had their hands on it, and it'll go out of bounds as the first quarter comes to an end. After 1 quarter of play, it's the Redskins 15, St. Mary's 7. You're watching high school basketball on Game Face Ohio.
So, you think just
because you're from a small town, you can't have everything that the big towns have? Wrong. At TSC, we offer over 300 digital cable channels to you right here in the heart of the Midwest. Surprised? Don't be. We're TSC. No contracts, no gimmicks, and everything is straightforward and down to earth. Order your digital cable package today, and the HD is free. Now you're talking smart.
It's your special day. Remember it forever with Premier Event Concepts, professional event and video production. Let us tell your love story.
Back here for the start of the second quarter. And Wapak with the 15-7 edge. Flutterjohn will bring it up court. St. Mary's still trying to get something started from the perimeter.
Comes out in a 2-3 zone. Switching up from their man-to-man, giving them a little bit different look. St. Mary's just needs to be patient here. Get the zone moving, move the ball. I don't think that was a real good shot. Need a little more patience there.
Wapak brings it back down.
St. Mary's still in the 2-3 zone defense.
The absence of J.D. Meyer on the inside as Wapak finally goes to the under the hoop. They didn't have they hadn't had a plan to do that much so far.
Yeah, you're right. You got in that time. Vonderhoovel.
Austin James with the three.
Nice lead. There's a three-pointer for the St. Mary's Rough Riders.
Well, that makes it a 17-10 St. Mary's lead.
This is the pace that Coach Hagemeyer of St. Mary's was hoping to get. Right now, the difference in the game is this St. Mary's is shooting a much better, or Wapakoneta is shooting a much better percentage from the field than St. Mary's.
First turnover for the Redskins there. Flutterjohn will bring it down court for St. Mary's. Our ball game tonight brought to you in part by TSC. They offer blazing speed with their high-speed internet. Find out more at telsurco.com.
Wapakoneta back to the man-to-man.
Pass underneath, intended for Fitzgerald, taken away, and then Flutterjohn wants it back. Can't get it up, can't get the shot up, and he's fouled.
Good awareness by Flutterjohn on that. Last two possessions, he's left his feet and hasn't been real sure what he wanted to do with it when he did that. So he left his feet, got in the air, turned one over, took a bad shot, but he stayed with it, got back to the ball.
Let's take a look at the replay of that foul here. And from that look, it didn't look like there was a lot of contact. But Flutterjohn makes one out of the two. And the lead is down to 6.
St. Mary's still in their 2-3. Wapakoneta looking to get some kind of offense going here against this. Doesn't look like they're really sure what they want to do against this 2-3 zone. Good decision. Let's just get it out. Let's get everybody on the same page here. Nice move by Greavy there to get it back out here.
And lob it underneath to Buzzard. Turn around, no good. Looked like it hit the side of the backboard there.
Yeah, he made a nice move, but he got himself too far into the bucket.
So St. Mary's now has this down to a 2-possession lead.
Big possession here for St. Mary's offensively. They get a score here. Their confidence up a little bit.
And a takeaway there. Down to the opposite end. Greavy will lay it off the glass. He's got 2 more.
Good move. Used his body really well to defend. Push off the defender and protect the ball and finish.
He ran through 4 white jerseys to get to the hoop. Free ball from the corner. That one's no good. The rebound does end up in the hands of St. Mary's, and Flutterjohn will get another shot. Another good offensive board for St. Mary's. Fitzgerald was hoping for the foul there, couldn't get it.
Yeah, Vanderhoevel did a nice job there. Just went straight up defensively, didn't slap at the ball. Good decision on his part.
And that makes a difference in the momentum, because right now they're back at the other end of the court. Otherwise, they might be standing at the foul line. St. Mary's chipping into that lead. And there's a turnover for Wapakoneta. I think that's it's their 3rd so far. We've got a timeout here as we take a look at the replay going into the break. 19-11, Wapakoneta with the lead. You're watching high school basketball on Game Face Ohio.
Owen Kitchen and Bath Showroom has been family owned and operated since 1990. We can help you from start to finish with your entire project. Let one of our professional designers put the final touches on your project. Owen Kitchen and Bath now has 2 showrooms to better serve you in Wapakoneta and Lima. Owen Kitchen and Bath, cabinetry that will take your breath away at prices that won't.
Back here in St. Mary's, Rough Riders having a rough go of it so far. They trail 19-11 and looking to replace the offense they lost with the injury to J.D. Meyer. They have tried to look for that from the outside, but haven't been able to hit the 3-pointers so far tonight with any consistency.
Yeah, Wapakoneta's doing a nice job defensively on the inside. They're not giving them any very few second chances, and St. Mary's struggling to score from the blocks. So it's going to come down to, can they make that shot on the outside? Another turnover.
Right. 5th turnover of the night for the Rough Riders. They've compounded their problems with some sloppy play on the offensive side. 3 ball in the way for Wapak, no good. And Fisher tried to hunt that one down. It will end up going back to Wapak.
Really good effort there that time by the freshman Henderson, scrapping after that loose ball.
And Wapak, as cold as St. Mary's has been from outside the arc, Wapak has been that hot. And that's been the difference so far. 5th assist of the night for Wapak. They have opened up an 11-point lead now. St. Mary's still looking for that outside shot.
Back in their flex motion offense.
Oh, and Dammeyer is going to be hit underneath as he went up for that shot. The 6'2 senior fouled on his way up.
Good take to the hoop there by St. Mary's, and I think if the Wapakoneta defender would have went straight up, I'd have got a good block, but slapping down. The officials are going to call that a foul every time.
Here's another look at it, Rick.
He goes straight up here. He gets a nice block, but the slap down, even if you hit the ball, it just looks like a foul, and they're going to call it.
Yep. It was a nice pass.
Yeah.
So with 1 out of 2 from the foul line, they've trimmed the lead to 10. But the Riders could use some defensive stops. To remind you to stay tuned after the game as they go underneath the buzzard, puts one off the glass. We'll have the Game Face Ohio post-game show. That gives Buzzard 10. He's had a couple of 3 balls.
He's been a hard man to stop for St. Mary's.
Wapak doing a good job defensively of keeping somebody in the face of all those shooters.
Right, they're switching on their man-to-man out front.
Another turnover, and it leads to a fast break. Easy bucket for Wapak.
Good heads-up pass.
And Bertram laid that one off the glass.
Travis Bertram able to get out quick.
And now we have another turnover for St. Mary's. That's their 7th of the half.
Tegemeyer might want to get a timeout here right at the end of the second quarter just to get the defense set up here and try to get a stop and get a score.
And there's the timeout you were looking for. 1:19 left in the half. Wapak out to a 26-12 lead. You're watching WBL basketball on Game Face Ohio.
When you see an orange truck, you think G.A. Windsor & Son Company. But the next time you see an orange G.A. Windsor & Son truck, we want you to think green. Why green? Because G.A. Windsor & Son are the original recyclers. Using a modern fleet of trucks, G.A. Windsor & Son Company collects food co-products from restaurants, food retailers, and food manufacturers in Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, and Kentucky. These food co-products are used to manufacture quality livestock and pet care feed ingredients. So the next time you see an orange G.A. Windsor & Son truck, think green.
Back here in St. Mary's, Wapak with a 26-12 lead and prompting Dan Hegemeyer to take a timeout. Rick, what do you think he discussed in that timeout?
He just told him, he said, we really need to get a stop here. Just try to, even though it's only a minute 19 seconds, you got to try to keep the game close at this point. Wapak's been on a little run. They've had a couple turnovers. They're struggling. They get frustrated. Let's get them in here and talk about this a little bit. See if we can win this last minute, 19 seconds.
Redskins bringing it up court.
That's a man-to-man defense. Changed up his defense from the zone he's been playing.
Nice pass into the lane, and they
excellent
kick
pass,
it outside.
kick out.
And he buried it. Andy Fowler.
Andy Fowler buried the shot. Greavy with an excellent pass.
Third assist for Alex Greavy. And that was the opposite of what St. Mary's wanted coming out of that timeout.
Yeah, he did change it up. You got to change it up as a coach. And Greavy just made a nice play. It was a nice offensive play. And that's going to happen.
St. Mary's will lob it in on the inbound. Closing in on 30 seconds to play.
I would think that he would run his flex here until it was the last shot. You don't want to go any farther behind. Or
James
take
will
that shot.
bump the three.
Austin knocked her down. So this last minute and 19 seconds we're tied for that period of time. 2 threes, one by St. Mary's, one by Wapak.
Now down to 5 seconds to play here in the half. The jumper by Greavy up off the back of the iron, and the time will run out on this first half. So after one half of play, it's the Wapakoneta Redskins 29 and the home St. Mary's Rough Riders 15. We'll be back with the Game Face Ohio halftime show coming up next.
At Greavy Sales and Service of Wapakoneta, Ohio, we value a customer who is determined to get what they want. Some might call you stubborn, obstinate, or even mule-headed. That's why we at Greavy Sales and Service are considered West Central Ohio's no-grief car dealer. We offer a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. See sales for details. With over 150 pre-owned vehicles in stock to choose from, with certified technicians to help you with all of your repair and maintenance needs. Greavy Sales and Service of Wapakoneta, Ohio, your no-grief car dealer.
For over 100 years, the Stolly Insurance Team has been looking out for you.
We have access to major insurance companies all over the country. And together, we can customize an insurance program that will offer you the best coverage for the best premiums. Let us look out for you. Give us a call for a personalized proposal today.
Proudly featuring Motorist Insurance, Stolly Insurance in Lima, Wapak, Salina, and Lakeview. Representing Motorist Insurance Group and other fine insurance companies. Stolly Insurance.
Looking for an easier way to pay the bills and balance the budget? There couldn't be an easier way than with TSC's Total Talk Plus. With Total Talk Plus, you can get Total Talk plus basic cable, Total Talk plus high-speed internet, or Total Talk plus basic cable and high-speed internet with costs starting as low as $59.95 per month. It doesn't get any easier than this. Talk soon.
In a hurry in downtown Lima? Stop into the Elks Lodge on the corner of 81 and Northwest Street. The Elks Lodge has been serving some of the best food in Lima for decades, and we have now opened our doors to the public from 11 to 2, Monday through Friday. Come enjoy a fresh hand-breaded pork tenderloin for $3.95, a delicious Club 54 sandwich for only $5.25, or stop in on Thursday where we feature our slow-cooked prime rib dinner with a baked potato and salad for only $7.95. Lima Elks Lodge 54. Good food, good friends, good old 54.
Greavy Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. More power, more control, more selection. Are you ready to experience the versatility of the all-new 2012 Jeep Patriot 4-wheel drive with perfect performance? Are you ready? Or experience the power of the new 2012 Dodge Ram? Do you have the guts, the glory? Ram, Greavy Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Van Wert. Are you ready?
Additional sponsors for tonight's broadcast include Jowett & Burton, estate, business, and litigation attorneys helping clients solve their legal and financial matters. Jowett & Burton, attorneys at law. Walmart of Wapakoneta, located at 1257 Bellefontaine Street. Save money, live better at Walmart. Stroh Johnson, certified public accountants. Trust, integrity, service. Stroh Johnson & Company. Welcome to Game Face Ohio's High School Hoops. Brought to you by TSC, Greavy Sales and Service, Premier Event Concepts, Owen Kitchen and Bath, B.A. Windsor & Son, and the Lima Elks.
Halftime here in St. Mary's, and a WBL matchup here tonight as the Wapak Redskins in town to take on the Rough Riders. And the Redskins got started hot early on. They hit some shots from outside. They looked confident offensively. After one quarter of play, they were up 15-7, and it didn't get much closer than that. St. Mary's, they're missing J.D. Meyer, a big presence inside, and they've clearly shown that they're lacking that so far in this ball game, Rick.
Right, but they again, they've never had any experience of playing without Meyer in there. Now they have a half of experience.
Mm-hmm.
They know what Wapak's going to do without him in there. So Dan Hagemeyer will go down as a good coach he is, and he'll make the adjustment. He'll say, now, here's what we have to do, because this is what they did to adjust to Meyer not being in there.
Right.
Now this is what we can do with that. And the kids feel comfortable, more comfortable. I think you'll see a better offensive showing from St. Mary's because of that adjustment they'll make.
Well, one thing they needed to overcome in the first half was their lack of productivity from outside the three-point line. With Wapak, connecting on those three-pointers, St. Mary's was, even when getting opportunities, they weren't connecting.
Yeah, the total percentage free throws or field goals for St. Mary's, they totally were 5 out of 19. Not a very good percentage at all.
Right.
3 for 11 from the three-point line. And you throw in 7 turnovers, and you shoot that poorly.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats as we have them through the first half. And the things that you alluded to.
Yeah, those stats right there, you look at the stat differential of the shooting percentages. Free throws are, a wash, but the 7 turnovers to the 3 for Wapak, and you don't make near the percentage of shots, you're going in saying, okay, we only gave up 29 and we're only down 14.
Right.
Instead of, you only scored 15. So, you work on the positive things here, and St. Mary's is lucky to only be down 14, shooting that poorly.
Right. And Wapak doing a good job of moving the ball around. You see the 6 assists. They made some excellent passes in the first half to contribute to that lead.
Exactly. I thought I'd seen Wapakoneta play a couple times this season, and I thought if there was I thought they were a little selfish at times.
Uh-huh.
Maybe not necessarily because they wanted to be. It's just for whatever reason. But tonight, there was no selfishness at all.
All right, we're going to send you to the break here with a look at first half highlights. And when we come back, we'll have the start of the second half. You're watching high school basketball on Game Face Ohio.
Tailgaters Drive-Thru, located just south of Lincoln Avenue on Defiance Street, has the best pizza in Wapakoneta. Tailgaters Drive-Thru is hot food, cold drinks. Tailgaters Drive-Thru on Defiance Street. We've got what you're looking for.
So, you think just because you're from a small town, you can't have everything that the big towns have? Wrong. At TSC, we offer over 300 digital cable channels to you right here in the heart of the Midwest. Surprised? Don't be. We're TSC. No contracts, no gimmicks, and everything is straightforward and down to earth. Order your digital cable package today, and the HD is free. Now you're talking smart.
It's your special day. Remember it forever with Premier Event Concepts, professional event and video production. Let us tell your love story.
Back here for the start of the second half, and as you can see, the fans they've put in some effort. I ran into that gentleman in the bathroom. He was trying to get his paint dried off at the hand drying station there. It's not something you see every day. Rick, as we get ready for the start of the second half, what kind of adjustments are these two teams looking for?
Well, I don't think Wapakoneta needs to adjust so much. They just need to stay aggressive, offensive, defensively. Keep looking to go inside and limit St. Mary's to one shot. St. Mary's take care of the basketball. Work hard each possession defensively.
These two teams
a better percentage.
Have their starting fives out there. And a turnover here for the Redskins.
There's a good defensive possession for the Rough Riders. Now they need to come down and capitalize, start chopping into that lead a little bit.
And a hold over there by Greavy. Got a little bit of the jersey.
I think that was a defensive back move on football. He's still got a little football left there.
Yep.
When they make that fly pattern, he wants to grab him real quick, catch up.
10-yard penalty.
Yeah. So they blew the whistle instead of throwing the flag. St. Mary's needs a good set here out of bounds.
They get it into Flutter-John. And again, they're trying to set up that outside shot. Manning from the top of the key. Can't get it to fall, but James is right there for the putback, and it won't go. Elshoff will get it to go in.
That's a really good effort by the St. Mary's squad that time. 2 offensive rebounds. So after possession apiece, St. Mary's gains 2 points.
The lead is a dozen for the Redskins.
The Redskins go inside here. Run some play to get the ball inside.
And a nice inbound play. Quick 2 for Buzzard on the inbound. That gives him 12. So St. Mary's. And Flutter-John's going to draw the foul. Looks like they're going to give that one to Vandenheuvel. Flutter-John will go back to the stripe. He's 1 out of 2. And he knocks down the first one. After the game, we'll select the play of the game. That's brought to you by Owen Kitchen and Bath. As we take a look at the replay here. Come and visit their stunning showrooms in Lima and Wapakoneta and let the professionals at Owen Kitchen and Bath design your next dream project.
Flutter-John needs to knock them free throws down. He's the leader out there. Got to finish that off.
Wapakoneta with the big 3 there.
Buzzard shooting a nice percentage outside tonight.
He's above his average for this evening. James will try to answer, and he gets it to fall. And he could be a critical player for this St. Mary's team coming off the bench tonight in place of Meyer.
Nice little left-handed stroke there. I think that's his second 3 of the game.
He dropped in 3 against Minster. And a foul underneath.
Mary's getting there a little bit late on that cut.
Buzzard with another easy bucket on the inbound pass.
Yeah, the St. Mary's defenders just aren't communicating down there.
They may want to put somebody on Buzzard. He's got 17. Flutter-John to the other end. Floats one up there. It's no good, and Buzzard with the board. And a turnover there for the Redskins, but St. Mary's nearly gave it right back. Looks like they're getting a little anxious.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty obvious that on those last two possessions from the out of bounds that there's no match inside for Buzzard. And yet, those are the only 2 times he's had the ball. The other time he had it, he was out there, made a 3. So I agree with your statement. I'd like to see St. Mary's watch him a little closer.
They get it out to James. Still trying to work out that perimeter shooting. Flutter down to James again. He'll try another 3 off the mark. And Manning tried to get the board but couldn't hold on to it. It'll go out of bounds to the Redskins. We mentioned we'll select the play of the game. We'll also select the player of the game in our post-game show. That's brought to you by the Lima Elks. Good food, good times, good old 54.
St. Mary's back to the 3-2 zone. This will leave the corner shots be available if they get to moving the ball here a little bit. A little Wapak wants to take some time off the clock.
Try to go underneath the buzzard, and it'll go out of bounds. Last touch by St. Mary's.
Out of bounds play. Let's see if Buzzard gets another. They'll go for a corner shot here. Didn't get the screen set.
They go underneath the buzzard again. Misses his first shot, but gets his own putback.
All right, there's no match down there for him inside.
And he's got 19 now on the night. 19 points to go along with 6 rebounds for Buzzard, so he has carried Wapak so far. Flutterjohn looking for that 3-point attempt. He'll get one, but
nice
he just went up to get the foul.
Nice shot fake. Got Travis Bertram out of position.
Take another look at that foul as Flutterjohn goes to the stripe. And there you see Flutterjohn drawing the defender in.
Bertram left his feet. Anytime you do that as a defender, you're at the mercy of the ball handler and the official.
He hits the second one. That puts him at 50% for the night from the stripe. He's 3 out of 6. He'll get the next one.
St. Mary's needs to make a spurt run here in the last 3.5 minutes. Maybe get it down to single digits going into the fourth quarter. They went back to their man-to-man defense.
Buzzard with a 3-pointer that's a little bit short. Flutterjohn back to the other end. Nice pass there, and Manning with the 3-point attempt from the left side. It's no good. And a rebound comes down to Wapak. So a nice pass. They weren't able to connect there.
Just got to hit that outside shot.
Whistle on the far side. Long 3-pointer on the way, and good for Andy Fowler.
Andy Fowler stepping up tonight. That's his second 3.
And the Redskins seem to be getting more and more confident as this one goes on. Flutterjohn tries to answer. That one's off the back of the iron, no good, and the rebound pulled down by Temple.
A guy like Temple in the game goes up big and strong, gets that rebound.
Temple, sophomore, 6'8", so he is a presence underneath. They haven't gone to him much offensively.
Body foul on the drive. St. Mary's just a step slow on that.
Elshoff with 4 fouls now.
Bertram in for Buzzard.
Elshoff is a physical player underneath.
Yeah, he's kind of fun to watch.
He got in foul trouble when we were here for that Salina game as well. And a nice move in the lane by Bertram.
Good penetration. Got the ball inside. Wapak's really doing a nice job of getting the ball inside. That's opening up that outside. And you see tonight, then they're hitting those shots from the outside.
They're really taking advantage of those. James will try the 3. It's no good. Wapak with another board. Whistle at a foul, and they give that one to Austin James.
There again, they're attacking the basket. Not satisfied with jump shots all night. They're attacking the basket, getting it inside of the big people.
Well, and that was something that Coach Bradley mentioned, was getting to the free throw line. And Greavy hits the first one. The other half of that is making the shots.
Yeah.
And Greavy, they're 50% from the line after that last bucket. Greavy hits them both. That'll give Greavy 10 now. Fitzgerald with it. Over to James. St. Mary's would love to get hot from outside the arc.
Not sure Alec wants to guard him way out there.
Flutterjohn drops in 3.
Switching up man-to-man defensively. Sometimes you get in that position where you have your 6'8" man guarding the best shooter or guard on the other team at 30 feet.
Flutterjohn now with 12. And a whistle and a timeout going to be taken by the Redskins. 40 seconds left here in the third quarter. Wapak with a sizable lead, 45-26. We have a couple of more ball games coming up for you in our broadcast schedule. We'll be at Wapak for the last 2 games of our schedule, starting next Friday on the 10th as Van Wert goes into Wapak. And then on the 17th, the following Friday, when Shawnee comes in to visit the Redskins. And both of those games for you on TSC and Game Face Ohio. Our ball games are broadcast the night of the game at 10:30. And then the following day, they are available on GameFaceOhio.com and on WOSN at 5 p.m. the following day. Then again on Tuesday on TSC at 7 p.m. and Wednesday at 1. So plenty of opportunities to see this.
Yep. Wapakoneta is going to wait for the last shot of this quarter. Make them come out of that zone.
They will have to move the ball around for 22 seconds here. Greavy with it on the far side. It'll go out of bounds, but stay with Wapak. I think Flutterjohn was the last one to touch that one.
We're down to 9 seconds. Let's see what kind of play they want to run here.
Onto the baseline. Bertram can't get it to fall. St. Mary's will get the board. And a desperation heave toward the bucket, but that one I don't think he got off in time. So after 3 quarters of play, Wapak in command, 45-26 here in St. Mary's. You're watching high school basketball on Game Face Ohio.
Owen Kitchen and Bath Showroom has been family owned and operated since 1990. We can help you from start to finish with your entire project. Let one of our professional designers put the final touches on your project. Owen Kitchen and Bath now has 2 showrooms to better serve you in Wapakoneta and Lima. Owen Kitchen and Bath. Cabinetry that will take your breath away at prices that won't.
When you see an orange truck, you think G.A. Windsor & Son Company. But the next time you see an orange G.A. Windsor & Son truck, we want you to think green. Why green? Because G.A. Windsor & Son are the original recyclers. Using a modern fleet of trucks, G.A. Windsor & Son Company collects food co-products from restaurants, food retailers, and food manufacturers in Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, and Kentucky. These food co-products are used to manufacture quality livestock and pet care feed ingredients. So the next time you see an orange G.A. Windsor & Son truck, think green.
Both teams back with their
back here in St. Mary's for the start of the fourth quarter. 45-26. Wapak with the lead. And St. Mary's with the missed opportunity there. Greavy with the ball for the Redskins. And that's the way it's gone for the Redskins tonight. Loose ball, and it just ends up right in the hands of Van der Heuvel underneath. Easy bucket.
Kind of the way this game is. When things start going bad, sometimes you just can't do anything right.
That shot by Flutterjohn off the mark. And a foul on the rebound.
Fitzgerald over the back, a little bit more body involved in that possession than the official thought was necessary.
Now the Redskins have had the good fortune of playing this team without their leading scorer, but they also took absolute advantage of their hot start.
Yeah, exactly. I really think that, you know, it's a definite advantage that he's not playing for Wapak, but I really feel like the Wapak people and the team would want to play one of the biggest rivalries with all their players. And Wapak's playing well tonight. Like I said, they've been probably as unselfish as I've seen, and they're really scrappy defensively.
Van den Heuvel with the second foul shot gives him 6 points and 1 board tonight. Flutterjohn draw the foul.
Nice move to get to the basket.
Here's another look at the foul as he goes up.
Defender goes up to block the shot and slaps down.
Yeah, and in that case, there wasn't much chance he was going to make that shot anyway. He could have.
We got Buzzard at 6'5", and DJ's probably 5'8" or 9.
Well, Flutterjohn has been spotty at the line tonight. He hits the second one. That's been the MO. He's about 50% from the stripe tonight. He does have 13. Bertram lost the handle. He had an open lane. Draws the foul and gets the bucket anyway. The foul's going to be on Fitzgerald. And another look at that one.
Travis, a good one-on-one offensive player. Able to go up, lean up, kind of lost control of the ball, but still was able to get something out of it and finish it off.
Good job by Bertram with the concentration. Stay with that ball. He bricks the second foul shot. The rebound came down to Wapak, but Austin James there with the pickpocket.
Yep, Buzzard brought her down too far, and then little guards get in there and take it away from you.
Flutterjohn will try the three, and he knocks it down. He looks like he's really ready to take this team on his shoulders, but it'll be too little too late. That shot no good. James with another board. And an opportunity here for the Riders. Manning off the glass gets 2 more. A little bit of an offensive outburst by the Rough Riders.
Yeah, there was a nice pass. Manning got down the floor in a hurry. There's an off the ball. Bertram making a cut away from the ball. And Manning just kind of gave him a forearm shiver. And just so happened that Mr. Official was right there watching that. So Wapakoneta in the 1-1.
Elshoff back into the game along with Dustin Fisher for the Rough Riders. Elshoff playing with 4 fouls. Bertram hits the first one. Bertram with 7 points on the night, looking for 8 as he goes back to the line. Off the mark.
Seems like it's 1 for 2 night at the
yep.
at the horseshoe tonight from the foul line.
Whistle and a foul away from the ball there.
Once again, there, a little hand check.
St. Mary's will have Austin James come back into the game. It will be off the hand of Ryder Hoover. Inbound. Flutterjohn with a wide open look, can't get it to fall.
St. Mary's just struggling from the field. He just can't get in the flow.
There's a whistle and a foul. We close in on 5 minutes to play here in this one. Redskins looking to get only their second WBL win of the year. And for whatever reason, this Redskin team has played much better on the road than at home.
Well, that's the whole thing. The consistency that Matt has been looking for. Or he can get 2 or 3 back-to-back really good games.
Austin James drains one from the top of the key.
He shot the ball pretty decent tonight.
His 4 3-pointer gives him 12 points on the night. So he's nearly picked up the slack that J.D. Meyer left point-wise. Buzzard with a good effort underneath. This one will finally end up going out of bounds off the hand of Bertram and back to St. Mary's.
Good effort by Jake there. He just couldn't get a roll. Couldn't get the roll to fall. But he did get a couple offensive rebounds though.
St. Mary's again trying to set up that outside shot. They have done a pretty good job of getting Flutterjohn some wide open looks. For Greavy, his second foul. St. Mary's on the inbound, and Manning will try the 3. That's no good. And the rebound comes down to Wapak.
Gibson into the game. Good effort on that rebound. Got it, 2 hands, both feet.
Nice pass underneath. Can't get it to fall, but Bertram right there with the putback. It's no good. St. Mary's comes away with it. And James is going to get a wide open look at the three. Can't get it to fall. And a jump ball. Elshoff looked like he was going for the sack there.
I think Gibson had the ball. He's the quarterback for Wapak, and I think Elshoff was going to, forgot again what sport they were playing. Went for the ball, though. Just couldn't get that big body slowed down in time.
Buzzard outside the three-point line. He's knocked one down from outside tonight. And a nice move to the hoop by Bertram.
Good screen, off the motion offense. Good unselfish play there.
We mentioned the both of these teams are 1-4 inside the WBL. We'll try and take a look at the WBL standings as they look coming into tonight's game. We're going to go to the foul line here. Flutterjohn to the stripe.
A little side note there. That must have been a rowdy official or a rowdy fan. Had to get him.
Rick, here we take a look at the standings in the WBL. And here you can see our opponents here tonight toward the bottom there. But Defiance, ranked team 5-0. They've had a great year.
Great year. But you know, Wapak and St. Mary's both played them tough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Was a 3-point game, and St. Mary's was like a 6-point game.
Right.
So from top to bottom, you look at you see the standings, but when you got two of the bottom teams that played the top team, probably as tough as anybody in the league.
Right.
That's going to make for a great tournament.
Bertram knocks down the first one. The St. Mary's coming into tonight had lost 5 of their last 6 games, including that loss to Defiance, the 77-71 loss. Bertram hits them both.
Wapakoneta calls a timeout.
Timeout here with 2:52 left in our game. And Wapak on top 56-37. You're watching WBL basketball on Game Face Ohio.
At Greavy Sales and Service of Wapakoneta, Ohio, we value a customer who is determined to get what they want. Some might call you stubborn, obstinate, or even mule-headed. That's why we at Greavy Sales and Service are considered West Central Ohio's no-grief car dealer. We offer a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. See sales for details. With over 150 pre-owned vehicles in stock to choose from, with certified technicians to help you with all of your repair and maintenance needs. Greavy Sales and Service of Wapakoneta, Ohio, your no-grief car dealer.
Back here in the Horseshoe in St. Mary's, and rowdy student section for the St. Mary's Rough Riders. It's been a long night for the Rough Riders, though, so far, 56-37 with Wapak on top.
Wapak comes out with Bertram, Buzzard, Cook, Gibson, and Alec Temple.
And for
St. Mary's still has their starters in there except for number 3 and 21. DJ kind of forced that, looking to draw a foul.
Manning with a little bit of a shove there. Manning.
St. Mary's has had a frustrating night. When you lose your best player, they come out with a lot of energy, trying to do some different things. Each of them felt they probably had to do something different, and just couldn't get any flow going at all offensively. Didn't hit any shots early, and Wapak was able to get off to a hot start shooting, and took control of the game.
Maybe Bertram taking advantage of his trips to the stripe. He hits another one. So 5 out of 7 from the charity line for Bertram tonight with 13 points overall. Buzzard, the leading scorer for the Redskins with 19, and a 3-ball off the mark for Flutterjohn. He has 18 tonight.
Wapak back in their motion offense, looking for that cutter right there.
Down the right side of the lane, and Kyle Gibson drops one in.
They're again playing very unselfish basketball. Run your offense, find the open man. Wapakoneta very unselfish tonight.
And out to the biggest lead, 23 points now.
Playing a very good game.
Flutterjohn again with the jumper. That one's no good. Bertram there with the board. He will drive into the lane. Throws that one up. It's no good off the front of the iron. And Dammeyer right there with the board. Flutterjohn tries the 3. That's no good. That one's going to go out of bounds. Looked like it was last touched by the Redskins.
Getting a little sloppy here toward the end. Mass substitutions. Gibson out. Bertram out. Buzzard out.
Let's see, we've got several new guys out there for the Redskins, some of which do not appear on the roster.
Flutterjohn throwing the ball.
He's really been their only option down the court the last handful of trips. He took it to the hoop there, draws the foul.
Yeah. Do a foul. They kind of let him off the hook there by fouling him. A little bit out of control.
Down to a minute to play. We'll take a. Flutterjohn goes to the line and drops in the first one. Stay tuned after the ball game for the Game Face Ohio post-game show. We'll select the play of the game, brought to you by Owen Kitchen and Bath, as well as the player of the game, brought to you by the Lima Elks. So Flutterjohn has been a big part of the offense tonight, including the free throws. He's attempted 32 shots. He's got 20 points. Three-point attempt no good, and the rebound pulled down by the Riders.
That was an attempt. Well, we don't have a lot of these numbers, do we?
Jumper on the way, no good. And Wapak will end up with it. Just 18 seconds left in the game.
A little wild. I'm going to say that last three-pointer for Wapak was by Brandon Erb.
Rough Riders down the court. Jumper on the way, no good. Dammeyer there with the board, and he is going to be fouled underneath.
Alec Temple, a little aggressive in trying to block that shot again. We've seen that a number of times. Those bigger guys, they want to not only block the shot, they want to knock it through the floor. And while everybody thinks that's pretty impressive, it results in a foul.
Point, Alex Dammeyer.
Dammeyer hits his first foul shot as we take another look at the foul. And exactly what you talked about, Rick. That one a little bit short. 6 seconds left in the game as the Redskins bring it down court and will come away with an impressive road win tonight. The final score, it's the Redskins 60 and the St. Mary's Rough Riders 40. We'll be back with the Game Face Ohio postgame show. That comes your way next.
In a hurry in downtown Lima? Stop into the Elks Lodge on the corner of 81 and Northwest Street. The Elks Lodge has been serving some of the best food in Lima for decades, and we have now opened our doors to the public from 11 to 2, Monday through Friday. Come enjoy a fresh hand-breaded pork tenderloin for $3.95, a delicious Club 54 sandwich for only $5.25, or stop in on Thursday where we feature our slow-cooked prime rib dinner with a baked potato and salad for only $7.95. Lima Elks Lodge 54. Good food, good friends, good old 54.
It's your special day. Remember it forever with Premier Event Concepts, professional event and video production. Let us tell your love story.
Looking for an easier way to pay the bills and balance the budget? There couldn't be an easier way than with TSC's Total Talk Plus. With Total Talk Plus, you can get Total Talk plus basic cable, Total Talk plus high-speed internet, or Total Talk plus basic cable and high-speed internet with costs starting as low as $59.95 per month. It doesn't get any easier than this. Talk soon.
For over 100 years, the Stolly Insurance Team has been looking out for you.
We have access to major insurance companies all over the country. And together, we can customize an insurance program that will offer you the best coverage for the best premiums. Let us look out for you. Give us a call for a personalized proposal today.
Proudly featuring Motorist Insurance, Stolly Insurance in Lima, Wapak, Salina, and Lakeview. Representing Motorist Insurance Group and other fine insurance companies. Stolly Insurance.
At Greavy Sales and Service of Wapakoneta, Ohio, we value a customer who is determined to get what they want. Some might call you stubborn, obstinate, or even mule-headed. That's why we at Greavy Sales and Service are considered West Central Ohio's no-grief car dealer. We offer a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. See sales for details. With over 150 pre-owned vehicles in stock to choose from, with certified technicians to help you with all of your repair and maintenance needs. Greavy Sales and Service of Wapakoneta, Ohio, your no-grief car dealer.
When you see an orange truck, you think G.A. Windsor & Son Company. But the next time you see an orange G.A. Windsor & Son truck, we want you to think green. Why green? Because G.A. Windsor & Son are the original recyclers. Using a modern fleet of trucks, G.A. Windsor & Son Company collects food co-products from restaurants, food retailers, and food manufacturers in Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, and Kentucky. These food co-products are used to manufacture quality livestock and pet care feed ingredients. So the next time you see an orange G.A. Windsor & Son truck, think green.
Owen Kitchen and Bath Showroom has been family owned and operated since 1990. We can help you from start to finish with your entire project. Let one of our professional designers put the final touches on your project. Owen Kitchen and Bath now has 2 showrooms to better serve you in Wapakoneta and Lima. Owen Kitchen and Bath, cabinetry that will take your breath away at prices that won't.
In a hurry in downtown Lima? Stop into the Elks Lodge on the corner of 81 and Northwest Street. The Elks Lodge has been serving some of the best food in Lima for decades, and we have now opened our doors to the public from 11 to 2, Monday through Friday. Come enjoy a fresh hand-breaded pork tenderloin for $3.95, a delicious Club 54 sandwich for only $5.25, or stop in on Thursday where we feature our slow-cooked prime rib dinner with a baked potato and salad for only $7.95. Lima Elks Lodge 54. Good food, good friends, good old 54.
At Greavy Sales and Service of Wapakoneta, Ohio, we value a customer who is determined to get what they want. Some might call you stubborn, obstinate, or even mule-headed. That's why we at Greavy Sales and Service are considered West Central Ohio's no-grief car dealer. We offer a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. See sales for details. With over 150 pre-owned vehicles in stock to choose from, with certified technicians to help you with all of your repair and maintenance needs. Greavy Sales and Service of Wapakoneta, Ohio, your no-grief car dealer.
Additional sponsors for tonight's broadcast include Jowett & Burton, estate, business, and litigation attorneys helping clients solve their legal and financial matters. Jowett & Burton, attorneys at law. Walmart of Wapakoneta, located at 1257 Bellefontaine Street. Save money, live better at Walmart. Stroh Johnson, certified public accountants. Trust, integrity, service. Stroh Johnson & Company. Welcome to Game Face Ohio's High School Hoops. Brought to you by TSC, Greavy Sales and Service, Premier Event Concepts, Owen Kitchen and Bath, G.A. Windsor & Son, and the Lima Elks.
And the Redskins come in and get a 60-40 win. The St. Mary's Rough Riders had a big hole in the center of their offense, and that was the absence of J.D. Meyer, and it was obvious tonight because the Redskins came in hot and continued to roll through this whole game.
Yes, that was definitely a disadvantage for St. Mary's from the standpoint the kids never played without him. So you got to learn how to play without him on top of running into, like you say, a very hot, unselfish Redskin offense tonight.
Well, the thing that seemed to compound the absence of Meyer was the lack of consistent shooting for the Rough Riders from the outside.
Right.
And we'll see as we go farther along and look at that statistics from this one. But first, let's look at the play of the game. We talked about the unselfishness of the Redskin offense, but in this play of the game, Greavy takes it on his shoulders and just goes the opposite end.
Defensive steal. Good ball handling, heads up. St. Mary's couldn't get back, used his body well, finished off the shot.
That's the play of the game, brought to you by Owen Kitchen and Bath. They have stunning showrooms in both Lima and Wapakoneta. Let the professionals at Owens and Kitchen and Bath design and install your next dream project. Let's take a look at the final statistics for tonight's ball game. And I think this the statistics will bear out what we talked about as far as the scoring. And you look at the
those
field
stats,
percentage.
First thing that jumps out at you is 51% from an unselfish Wapakoneta Redskins to 23% for St. Mary's.
And St. Mary's obviously tried to pick up that scoring, lack of interior scoring with some shooting from the outside.
That was part of it. And then the other combination was Wapak was really scrappy defensively too, and they dominated, kind of dominated every stat if you look at it. And just a poor shooting night for St. Mary's, and that led to frustration and some forced shots. And at the other end, Wapak was playing very unselfish and very aggressive defensively and controlled the boards and put in a good game and deserved to win.
One of the beneficiaries of that unselfish play was Jake Buzzard, who was on the receiving end of a lot of assists. And he comes away with our Lima Elks player of the game. His final stats.
Jake had 19 points and 8 rebounds. He was shot the ball well from the three-point line, which he has done most of the year. But tonight I was really impressed with his ability to go down inside and be strong, as big as he is, and get some shots down in there and finish it off.
That three-pointer came early in the game, and that was part of Wapak building up that early lead. The Lima Elks congratulate Jake Buzzard on being selected the player of the game. The Lima Elks is located at the corner of 81 and Northwest Street in Lima. The general public is welcome for lunch from 11 to 2 Monday through Friday for daily lunch specials and some of the best food in Lima. The Lima Elks 54, good food, good times, good old 54. So that will wrap things up from here in St. Mary's. We're on the road again next week as we'll be in Wapak. And that will be the Redskins hosting Van Wert in another WBL contest. And we wanted to take a moment to thank our sponsors who allowed us to be here tonight. Telephone Service Company, Tailgaters, Premier Event Concepts, Owen Kitchen and Bath, G.A. Windsor & Sons, Greavy Sales and Service, Stolly Insurance Group, the Lima Elks, Greavy Chrysler, Amy Holgrave Photography, Jarrett and Burton Attorneys at Law, Walmart, Strode Johnson and Company. And to our crew here, Todd Utrip, the producer, technical director Adam Dell, replay technician Paul Briggs, our graphics technician Alan Metzger, and our statistician James Smith. For Rick Bauer Saukamp, I'm Dan Hearn. We'll see you next week. Thanks for joining us, everybody. You've been watching high school basketball on Game Face Ohio.